So everyone, this is a bonus Periscope. I don't usually do two on one day. I only usually do one Periscope a day, but I'm doing two because there's actually two Ask Aways for today that I need to do. And this is the second one for this Thursday. As you can see at Pet Loving Entrepreneurs, it's Ask Away Thursday. Anyway, flipping the camera around now. Alright, so this is my second Periscope for today, and so you can check out my first one on catch.me/Lady Vee official. So anyway, you could catch all my previous Periscopes there, or you can see them in the Pet Loving Entrepreneurs Facebook page and, of course, the Facebook group. Anyway, this is going to be a testy one. This one's a very, I don't know how this one's going to go, honestly. It might make people hate me more, might make people love me more, but don't know. So I'm going to go with it because it's a real, what I call Pandora's box, this topic. This topic came about because of another pet sitter that I know and who's known me for a while, and she used to work for me as a subcontractor. She made the statement in regards to something. Obviously, this minder wasn't what would be considered a real professional. Obviously, this minder wasn't what would be considered a real professional. Now, this statement has been said by a lot of people over the years. What is a real professional? Who is a real professional pet sitter? Because it's the frustrating thing about this industry. There's no regulation. 12-year-olds can do it. 10-year-olds. I've seen 10-year-olds advertise, or 12-year-olds advertise to do pet sitting, dog walking, pet minding. I've seen them advertise to do this. So who is and what is a real professional pet sitter? I put it out to you, my Periscope land and my Periscope people. Who or what is a professional pet sitter? Who in your mind, or what in your mind specifically makes someone a professional pet sitter? I'm just going to sit here for a second. Let that question permeate, and if you have any replies, please pop them up. I would love to hear your replies. Who or what specifically do you consider to be a professional pet sitter? Are they a real professional pet sitter compared to who isn't a real professional pet sitter? What makes someone a real professional pet sitter compared to someone who isn't a real professional pet sitter? I'm just leaving that permeate. Sorry, I just got to let that permeate. It's a really strong question. It's a really strong question because here in Australia, there are no regulations to what makes someone a pet sitter. They can literally put up an ad on a website called Gumtree here, and Gumtree is our version of, in the US you have Craigslist. Here in Australia we have Gumtree, and pretty much anyone can post on Gumtree, like anyone can post on Craigslist. And just like Craigslist, Gumtree, 10-year-olds can post on there saying, I'm a pet sitter, I am a dog walker, I am a whatever. 16-year-olds can do it. 25-year-olds can do it. 50-year-olds can do it. 90-year-olds can do it. You know, if you can post a post on Gumtree and you want to say you're a pet sitter, you can. Pretty much. And that's the thing. It's like, then what makes someone a real professional? Now, someone can say, I'm a professional pet sitter. I say I'm a professional pet sitter. I always say I'm a professional pet sitter. And it's not just because I've been doing it for so damn long. I've been doing it since 2007. But on the one hand, I am, and on the other hand, I am not. Depending on who you talk to. I will be quite upfront because here's the deal, people. I don't have any actual paper qualifications. None. I'm not a vet nurse or a vet tech or whatever you want to call them. I've never done any sort of animal courses. I have no actual paper qualifications of anything. One thing I have done though, I will preference this. One thing I did invest in myself and my business was to do a pet tech, pet first aid and CPR instructor course. So I was trained to be an instructor for pet first aid and CPR. So I do have that level of training through Pet Tech International. However, I did drop that qualification off. It was one of those things where you kind of end up buying the license to use Pet Tech, and I just wasn't really using it. So I basically decided not to be a Pet Tech instructor anymore. But I still have all the knowledge, all that first hand and CPR training and knowledge. I still very much, it's in here. I definitely have it, and I have used it many times over. But here's the other thing. My experience, I reckon, trumps any paper qualification whatsoever. My experience and just the way I operate my business and how I am with the pets, that should trump paper qualifications. You're not hey San Diego, I'm Australian, and basically some of the terms I'm going to be talking about here might be like no compute, no comprende, but it's a case of that's okay. I'll try and comprende, make them more comprehensible. However, like I was saying, we have vet nurses over here. You guys call them vet techs. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is actually a discussion about what makes a real pet professional. Makes a real, and I go real because it's such a big definition. Everyone's got their different definitions on it. Honestly, to be honest, what makes a real pet professional is someone who's got an ABN, so that's called an Australian business number, and got some sort of website, or not just a Facebook page. It's so easy just to slap up a Facebook page. In my opinion, it takes a lot of effort to put a website up. And love defines all. Yeah, love does define all. Love does define all. And yes, I was about to say, they've got to have definitely a love for animals, but the majority, I haven't met one pet professional that hasn't got a love for animals, so that goes without saying. That's why I don't mention it, because everyone has that love for animals to be a professional pet sitter or professional pet carer. They have that love for animals, so I'm not mentioning it. It's great. It's a given. It's a given. Lemon squeezer. What's a lemon? I don't get that. What? Lemon squeezer? Anyway, random comment. Ooh, this is Periscope for you. Love it. I love these random comments. Hey, at least you're commenting. That's all I care about. I don't know what lemon squeezer is about. I don't know. Anyway, I was going back on what I was talking about is what defines a real professional. To me, it's an Australian business number, ABN, having a website, not just a Facebook page, having a website, and basically getting out there and doing it. Oh, it's an Aussie girl. A lemon squeezer is an Aussie girl. I wonder why. That's an interesting. I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah, I am an Aussie girl, so I'm a lemon squeezer. Wow, I don't squeeze lemons, so... so that's pretty much what makes a professional, in my opinion. So it's a very broad definition there. It can incorporate a lot of people. It doesn't include any qualifications whatsoever, because honestly, I know a lot of people like me who have no qualifications, like on paper, no animal sort of qualifications, but we're fucking awesome and good at our jobs as such. That, in my opinion, trumps everything. Who they are and how they operate and everything trumps everything. Because I've known some people who are vet nurses. Once again, vet techs is the other thing that people call them, but vet nurses here in Australia. I've known heaps of vet nurses who are shit pet sitters. I say shit pet sitters, but that's based on the fact that that's what clients have told me, and that's their feedback, okay? This is coming from people, clients and non-clients alone as well, people who are not clients of mine as well as people who are clients. No, actually, I'm like this anyway. That's the thing. Makes you good at your job. Wow, see, that's wow, you have to ask my clients. No, see, what makes me good at my job is the case of, hi from the USA, hi from Australia, from the Gold Coast. What makes me good at my job is that I have a general love for animals. And yes, a lot of people say that, but I do. You can see that how I interact with them every day, and I am there definitely for them. And I it's a case of I accept them for who they are, and I will do my best for whatever presented at me. I will do my best. Now, while saying that, what I do isn't everyone's cup of tea. What I offer isn't cup of tea. Well, yeah. I hate to be blunt, but yes, I've been doing this since 2007, and I have not met a pet that hasn't liked me. Now, I will preference this to say that there are cats out there that are timid and afraid. That has nothing to do with me. There are dogs out there with issues. That has nothing to do with me and how good at my job I am. Because believe me, there's dogs out there who are timid, who are afraid, who have got fear, aggression and all that sort of stuff. I know how to deal with that. I know how to deal with timid and afraid cats. And I do what I need to do. But this is pet sitting, so I'm not going to be there forever. So I can only do, are you like Cesar Millan? No, I'm not male or Mexican or American. So, yeah, I'm not Cesar Millan. No, I'm not a dog trainer. I'm not. It's a case of I call myself a professional pet carer. I don't offer a dog psychology centre or anything. What's rude? Can you please elaborate on what's rude? I just don't get it. I'm not Cesar Millan. It's obvious. I'm female. How's that rude? I'm just stating the facts. He's American. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't. I wasn't meaning this to divulge into race or gender or anything like that, but I was just taking it. Okay. Sense of humour has not been interpreted here. This has been a big... See, this is what I mean. This is a good example. This is actually huge. This is... Thank you. Actually, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's actually a really good example. See, my sense of humour just totally didn't translate there. Totally didn't translate at all. My sense of humour friggin' didn't translate. That is why it's a case of some people will like what I do and some people won't. I'm dealing with people ultimately. It's not about the pets. The pets are easy. Any dog trainer will tell you that. It's really simple to deal with them. Even cats. Seriously, they're not hard to deal with. I've had cats all my life. I've had, what's going on here? We're having a very big discussion on a very, very hot topic. You'll have to check out the rest of the Periscope. It's recorded. My Periscopes are recorded, and you get the link for the next 24 hours on my Twitter. However, if you go to catch, KATCH.M for Mary, E for egg, and then / Lady Vee official, you actually see all my previous Periscopes, and you'll be able to watch them anytime. But anyway, I'm back to the discussion. I'm kind of trying to point out that my sense of humour got totally mistranslated and didn't get seen there, and that is the biggest thing. I work with people ultimately, and not everyone's going to get me. Not everyone's going to like me. And you know what? That's okay. I'm totally okay with that. I'm not the only pet sitter out there. You can try someone else who you do like, who you do get along with. I am fully okay with that. I've been doing this business long enough, since 2007, to know that cats and dogs and whatever animals I'm presented with, they're hella easy. I'm sorry, they're really easy to deal with. I know I've studied them extensively, read a million books, talked to a million different dog and cat psychologists, vets and everything like that, so I'm forever learning. I'm a forever student. You can never ever know enough, in my opinion, about them. Their psychology we're learning about every day. We're just rediscovering and discovering new things about it, because it's only a very recent thing. Dog psychology, dog behaviour is actually a very recent discovery and thing. We never really went down that path. We've only just recently started to test them and, see where their head's at as such. So it's actually very fascinating. That's neither here nor there. But I am a forever student. I don't believe I know everything, and I'm always open to learning other people's ways and trying them out. If it works, it doesn't. And why my cat doesn't purr? Oh, it depends on the cat. I guess, see, here's the thing. It's like that's a hard one to answer unless I meet the cat. I have to say, unless I know the cat and meet the cat, it's a hard one to answer, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you, but it could be a million reasons. It could be personality. Some cats just are not. It's not a cat. What? Why do you wish dog owners knew about their own dogs? And how does one sit on pets for a living? Is a wombat. LOL, just kidding. Oh yeah, how does one sit on pets for a living? Yeah, that one's an oldie. I'm sorry to say. I love it, yes, I understand, LOL, but that once, I go, hey, I'm a pet sitter, and they go, you sit on pets? And I go, no, actually, no, they sit on me. Yeah. No, the pets sit on me. So it's the pet sitting, the pets are actually doing the sitting on me, I don't sit on them. Oh, and by the way, the one thing I wish all dog owners knew, just to answer the previous one, is that it's actually more easier. We're the ones making it more complicated. We're the ones that make everything complicated. So, I'm naturally peppy. I'm naturally peppy because I've had a really awesome day and I've had good sleep and I take my vitamins and I don't know, just me. But anyway, but that's the one thing I wish dogs were. Are any pets considered bogan-like? No, not really. To be honest, no. Hang on. To answer that, are any pets considered bogan-like? No, not necessarily, but the people themselves can be. See, this is once again, goes down to the people and how they raise their animals and all this sort of stuff. That it's like the behaviour of the person and the way they do that. There's just something I don't understand about you. There's just something what don't you understand about me? Ooh, yes, mysteries. But it always comes down to the people. We make it more complicated. Like, the one thing I wish dog owners would know is that it's actually not that hard. Are there any pets you won't sit? Yeah, actually, yes. How are you not blonde? Because my hair isn't dyed blonde. But that's like me saying all Americans are white when they're not. It's Americans are all sorts of colours, like Australians are all sorts of colours, races and creeds and everything. It's like, I'm not blonde. I'm in the sun every day and I don't wear a hat, and this is what you get. You don't get blonde because I'm a brunette. Ha! Nonetheless, is Australia where you can find roo whisperers? You can. There's some people that know a lot about kangaroos. You guys are blonde with blue eyes. Actually, no. I've got a friend who's English who's blonde and blue eyes. So she's not. No, she's English. She's blonde, but she's English. There's a lot of blondes and blue eyes in here, yeah, but seriously, come to Australia, you'll see it ain't that. No. We're all very much of every sort of colour, and I mean every sort of colour. Purples and blues and that sort of thing as well, all sorts of hairstyles and you name it, someone out there in Australia is it. So, very much so. Why aren't you out in the Gold Coast sun? That's the reason why I'm not out in the Gold Coast sun. It's hard to be in the sun when the sun's not out. Sorry, I'm being majorly cheeky. I'm very, very cheeky. So, sorry, my sense of humour is I'm very cheeky. Come to California, I want you to pet sit for me. You can't afford me, my dear. No, there's plenty of Californian pet sitters. And what time? It's about 7:23 p.m. According to my computer, it's 7:23 p.m. And so I'm actually going to sign off soon because I have a few other things I have to do, and then I'll head to bed because I have to be up early. Yeah. The life of the pet sitter. I do have to be up early. But actually, it's not because of that. Wow, and it's pitch dark out there. That's what happens when the sun sets. And it is winter. You've got to remember, it is still winter. We haven't hit spring yet. We're still in winter. So that's the other reason why I'm rugged up. It's cold out there. PM, because that's why it's dark. 7 a.m. you'll have the sun up. Here at 7 a.m. on the Gold Coast, the sun is up, believe me. I've been up at 7 a.m. I've been up earlier. The sun is up at 7 a.m. Sun is down at 7 p.m. Cold by my Gold Coast standards. So basically, think Gold Coast is very similar to like Florida in the USA, for those familiar with that. And so Gold Coast is similar to that. So when things get cold in Florida, it's similar here. Like, I only know degrees Celsius. I cannot translate to Fahrenheit. I only know degrees Celsius. There's 10 degrees Celsius. That's cold. Here on the Gold Coast, cold. Heaters, rugged up. Locals hate it. We're all getting cold. That's what cold is here on the Gold Coast. Anything under about 12, I guess, degrees Celsius, we start whinging and we go, it's too bloody cold. Anyway, this is meant to be about the weather. Ultimately, it's meant to be about the discussion about what just constitutes a real professional. Oh, yeah, I'm not going there anytime soon. -0. No. Yeah, no, I know, and NIC is weird. You get really hot summers and then you get really cold winters and you get snow and stuff. I'm like, make up your bloody mind. It's big hot and going to be cold. The Gold Coast is a bit more predictable, at least. I kind of like that about the weather here. Anyway, I'm going to sign off shortly, and I just want to finish with a couple of things. One, what determines a real professional pet carer is honestly up to you. It can be a 10-year-old. Some 10-year-olds can be professional. Sorry. That's awesome. Okay. Love. If I could give you some hearts, heart. That's awesome. Sorry. I laugh because I know what I'm like on my period, and it's awful. Oh my God. That's hilarious. Thank you for giving me the laugh. But I'm going to sort of to once again finish this, close it off. Basically, yeah. What constitutes a real pet sitter is up to you. To me, someone needs an ABN and at least a website, not just a Facebook page, and how they do it. Well, not soon. I'm going to sleep soon. That's not peppy. Anyway, and how they operate their business. That is really, and if they are a business, it's because some people, they're not. They're just pet sitters. They're not professional pet sitters. They're just pet sitters. You know, they can do it on the side or around their school and stuff like that. I'm very, very quirky. Oh, do not doubt that, my dear. Very quirky. And you are. You're naughty. Naughty boy. Anyway, and one last thing before I sign off is, of course, I do this with all my Periscopes, so bear with me. I do that. Okay. So I plug the group. All right. So if you want to join the group, it's facebook.com groups. Okay. Come on, that phone. Facebook.com groups /summerlands.biz, and you can join our little pet loving entrepreneurs group. Well, of course, there's the Facebook page, Pet Loving Entrepreneurs, and it's facebook.com /petbizcoach. All right. So anyway, lots of love, mwah, mwah. And of course, we'll see if Gary wants to say bye. Gary! Bye, everyone. Gary says bye, and leave me alone.